So he became this, ninny, this villain with this cowardly.
What does it take to survive life's greatest trials? Not once, but twice. Marta Kristen, the heart of Lost in Space as Judy Robinson, knows. From hiding in a wartime orphanage to rebuilding after a devastating 2025 loss, her journey is one of unyielding strength. Discover how she triumphed over the odds. In the early months of 2025, as wildfires tore through Los Angeles, Marta Kristen stood amidst the chaos, watching her home succumb to flames. It was a moment that echoed the uncertainty of her earliest years, when survival hung by a thread. Known to millions as Judy Robinson in Lost in Space, Marta's journey to the stars was anything but straightforward. Her life, marked by resilience and reinvention, began in a place far from Hollywood's glamour, in a world shadowed by war. What secrets from her past shaped the woman who captivated audiences? And how did a single decision nearly alter her legacy forever? Born Birgit Annalisa Ruusunen in Oslo, Norway, in 1945, Marta entered a world gripped by World War II. Her father, a German soldier, fell in battle, leaving her Finnish mother to face a harrowing choice: to shield her daughter from the Nazi regime's Löwenborn program, a chilling initiative to raise racially pure children. Her mother placed her in an underground orphanage. For 4 years, Marta lived in the shadows, her early life defined by secrecy and sacrifice. It was a beginning that could have broken anyone, but for Marta, it forged an unyielding spirit. How did a child of such turmoil find her way to the spotlight? In 1949, hope arrived in the form of Harold and Bertha Soderquist, an American couple from Detroit who adopted the 4-year-old and gave her a new name: Marta Kristen. Harold, a professor at Wayne University, and Bertha offered stability and love, nurturing Marta's curiosity and passion for the arts. The transition from war-torn Europe to post-war America was jarring, yet Marta thrived. When the family relocated to California for Harold's sabbatical, she enrolled at Santa Monica High School, where her life took an unexpected turn. Could a chance encounter change everything? At 16, while dining at a local restaurant, Marta caught the eye of James Harris, the producer of Lolita. Struck by her poise and beauty, he offered her a role, but her parents, protective of their teenage daughter, declined due to the film's controversial nature. Undeterred, Harris connected Marta with an agent, opening the door to Hollywood. Her first roles came quickly: guest spots on Alfred Hitchcock Presents, where she shared the screen with future Lost in Space co-star Billy Mumy, and appearances in The 11th Hour and Disney's Savage Sam. These early credits showcased her talent, but a bigger opportunity loomed, one that could have rewritten her story. In 1965, Marta auditioned for The Sound of Music, the iconic musical that would captivate the world. At 20, she was a strong contender for a role in the Von Trapp family, her screen test brimming with promise. But to her shock, producers passed on her, citing her appearance as too sexy for the film's wholesome image. In a 2024 interview with Vanguard of Hollywood, Marta recalled her confusion. "I didn't see myself that way. I was just a Norwegian Midwesterner." The rejection stung, revealing the industry's harsh double standards for women, where beauty could be both a gift and a barrier. Ironically, her future Lost in Space co-star Angela Cartwright landed a role in the film, while Marta's path veered towards science fiction. What would her career have looked like if she'd sung on those Austrian hills? When the chance to play Judy Robinson in Lost in Space came, Marta faced a crossroads. Her heart belonged to theater, and she dreamed of moving to New York to tread the boards. A sci-fi TV show felt like a gamble, far from the Shakespearean roles she loved. For nearly 2 weeks, she wrestled with the decision, as friends urged her to seize the opportunity. Showrunner Irwin Allen saw her as the perfect Judy, and their faith tipped the scales. Marta took the role, stepping into a spacesuit that would define her career. But would it fulfill her artistic dreams? On the set of Lost in Space, Marta brought grace and warmth to Judy Robinson, the eldest daughter of the Robinson clan. Yet behind the scenes, she grappled with creative frustrations. An avid reader with a deep love for literature, Marta yearned to explore Judy's inner world, to give her character the depth she found in Shakespeare's heroines. But the show's focus on adventure and special effects often sidelined character development, leaving Marta longing for more. In a 2025 reflection, she shared how Lost in Space was about family and exploration, themes I connected with, but I wanted Judy to have more to say. Despite these challenges, Marta found joy in the show's impact, inspiring a generation of dreamers who saw the stars through her eyes. Decades later, Marta's resilience was tested again. In January 2025, the Palisades fire ravaged Los Angeles, destroying over 12,000 structures, including Marta's home. As reported by The Loss was devastating, yet it mirrored the strength she'd shown since childhood. From an orphanage in Norway to the heights of Hollywood, Marta's life has been a testament to overcoming adversity. But her story doesn't end here. What new chapters awaited her after Lost in Space? How did she navigate fame, family, and the unexpected twists of life? As Lost in Space launched Marta Kristen into the cosmos, the real adventure unfolded behind the scenes, where a tight-knit cast became her second family. But what hidden tensions simmered beneath the show's campy charm? On set, Marta poured her heart into Judy Robinson, yet she longed for her character to shine with the depth she herself brought to life. In a 2021 Fox News interview, she shared, "I would have had Judy walking around quoting Shakespeare like I did as a child. I was so excited about Macbeth." Her love for literature and theater fueled a vision for Judy as a complex intellectual force, not just the dutiful daughter or fleeting love interest. Why was this potential left untapped? The show's early promise of serious sci-fi gave way to a lighter, comedic tone, with Dr. Smith and the robot stealing the spotlight. This shift frustrated Marta, who saw Judy as a canvas for richer storytelling. She imagined Judy grappling with the family's cosmic challenges, her voice bold and distinct. "I felt her relationship with Major Don West could have been more," she reflected, envisioning a romance that mirrored the 1960s evolving gender dynamics, a tug-of-war between duty and desire. Such a storyline could have added layers to a series already exploring survival and unity. Yet, Marta looks back without bitterness, recognizing Lost in Space as both groundbreaking and a product of its era's limits, especially for women. Her reflections invite us to wonder, what might Judy have become with bolder writing? Despite these creative hurdles, the set was a haven of camaraderie. Marta found a lifelong friend in Mark Goddard, who played Major Don West. His humor was infectious, often leaving her in stitches between takes. "He could crack me up until I couldn't breathe," she recalled, their laughter weaving a bond that translated into on-screen chemistry. But what made these connections so enduring? The cast's shared journey, long hours, elaborate sets, and the thrill of pioneering sci-fi forged a family-like closeness. Bill Mumy, the young Will Robinson, became a kindred spirit, their friendship rooted in shared passions for Bob Dylan's music and late-night sing-alongs. Angela Cartwright, who played Penny, was one of the sweetest souls, Marta said, their bond stretching back to a 1961 Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode and thriving decades later through projects like the 2021 book Lost and Found, and Space 2 with Mumy. Mentorship shaped Marta's experience as much as friendship. Guy Williams, the classically trained Professor John Robinson, filled the set with classical music, his calm presence a guiding light. June Lockhart, as Maureen, shared her wisdom over Scrabble games, her storied career inspiring Marta's own. Jonathan Harris, the mischievous Dr. Smith, left a lasting mark with his mantra, "Show up prepared, respect the crew, and honor the craft." These lessons became Marta's foundation, shaping her as an actress and a person, A poignant memory lingers from her final meeting with Harris before his passing in 2002, when he embraced her after a commercial shoot saying, "You're so lovely." That warmth extended to his widow, Gertrude, whose dog Marta later adopted, a touching thread tying her to the Lost in Space family. Then, in 1968, a phone call shattered the rhythm. On an ordinary afternoon, Marta learned Lost in Space was over. No warning, no farewell, just silence. The cast was stunned. With a loyal fan base and strong ratings, why was the plug pulled? The answer emerged later, a clash between creator Irwin Allen and CBS over script demands. Allen, stretched thin across multiple projects, couldn't deliver the network's requested scripts, choosing to let the show go rather than fight. The decision, rooted in logistics, felt like a betrayal to a cast that had poured their hearts into the series. The show's lavish sets and pioneering effects, while costly, had captivated audiences, especially younger fans drawn to its themes of family and adventure. Marta felt the sting of an unfinished story, yet she held on to pride in what they'd created. It still surprises me that people today, with all the modern shows, remember our little series, she said in 2021. The true legacy of Lost in Space wasn't the cosmic tales, but the human connections forged in its orbit. For Marta, who began life in a Norwegian orphanage, the cast offered a profound sense of belonging. The ensemble's long hours fostered a spirit of collaboration, with occasional disagreements tempered by mutual respect. Jonathan Harris's lessons on professionalism stayed with her, as did the laughter shared with Mark Goddard and the music-filled moments with Bill Mumy. These bonds endured, evident in Marta's 2021 reunion with Mumy and Cartwright for a costume auction at Heritage Auctions, celebrating the show's enduring magic. At 80, Marta remains a sci-fi icon, engaging fans at 2025 conventions like the Pasadena Comic Convention and through heartfelt cameo videos, where she shares stories and encouragement. What does it mean to leave a mark that echoes across generations? For Marta Kristen, the journey from a Norwegian orphanage to the cosmic stage of Lost in Space was more than a career. It was a lifeline that connected her to a family, a legacy, and a world of fans who still cherish her today. As we close her story, we uncover how a 1960s sci-fi show became a timeless beacon of hope, and how Marta's quiet strength continues to inspire. But what unexpected gift did this journey bring her decades later? In the stillness of her later years, Marta often drifts back to the set of Lost in Space, where laughter and camaraderie painted her days. It wasn't just a job, she shared in a 2024 Vanguard of Hollywood interview. It gave me a family, a sense of belonging that stayed with me. For a woman whose earliest memories were of an orphanage in war-torn Norway, this connection was profound. The cast, Bill Mumy, Angela Cartwright, Mark Goddard, and others, became her anchor, teaching her resilience, professionalism, and the joy of collaboration. Their bonds, forged in the chaos of filming, were more than fleeting. They were a foundation that carried her through life's uncertainties. Decades later, those bonds sparked a reunion that felt like stepping back in time. In 2021, Marta joined Bill Mumy and Angela Cartwright to create Lost and Found in Space 2. Blast off into the expanded edition, a memoir brimming with nearly 1,000 photographs, many unseen for decades. Each image was a memory, a moment of laughter or connection, Marta recalled in a 2024 Vanguard of Hollywood interview. The trio handpicked these snapshots, weaving a tapestry of their shared history on the Jupiter 2. The book wasn't just a nostalgic keepsake. It was a love letter to fans, capturing candid moments between takes and the warmth of a cast that felt like kin. Their 2021 collaboration with Heritage Auctions, promoting the book and iconic costumes, reignited the show's magic for a new generation. At the auction, Judy Robinson's silver jumpsuit drew bids from fans worldwide, a testament to the show's enduring allure. Marta marveled at the enthusiasm, noting how these artifacts brought back the thrill of those filming days. But what makes a 1960s sci-fi series still captivate hearts today? The answer lies in Lost in Space's enduring heart. I'm amazed at how young people still find it, Marta said in a 2021 Fox News interview. It's simple by today's standards, but its themes, family, survival, hope, resonate. Cultural historian Jennifer Keeshan Armstrong explains, when actors share their archives, they invite fans into a shared memory, creating a bridge across time. This bridge connects grandparents who watched the show in the 1960s with kids discovering it on streaming platforms like Netflix today. Marta cherishes stories from fans at 2025 events like the Pasadena Comic Convention, where multi-generational families share how the Robinsons inspired them. At one panel, a young fan described watching reruns with her grandmother, bonding over Judy's courage. That's what keeps the show alive, Marta reflected, her voice warm with gratitude. Why does this simple tale still spark such devotion? The show's magic lies not just in nostalgia, but in its ability to speak to universal truths. Media scholar Amanda Lotz notes that audiences crave stories that reaffirm values like togetherness, especially in uncertain times. Lost in Space offered a vision of a family facing the unknown together, a message that resonates in 2025 amid global challenges. Marta's own journey mirrors this, having overcome a childhood hidden from wartime dangers to find a home in Hollywood. Her interactions with fans, like those sharing heartfelt messages on Cameo, reveal the show's role as a beacon of hope. One fan wrote, "Judy showed me I could be brave." These stories touch Marta deeply, reinforcing the show's impact beyond its 3-season run. But how did this legacy shape her own path forward? For Marta, Lost in Space was more than a role. It was a lens through which she understood resilience. The 2021 book project rekindled memories of long filming days, but also of personal growth. Working with Bill and Angela again felt like coming home, she shared. Their collaboration extended beyond the book, with appearances at conventions like GalaxyCon in 2025, where fans lined up to hear stories of the Jupiter 2. Marta's presence, warm and engaging, reflects her gratitude for the show's fans who keep its spirit alive. The series' simplicity, its focus on human connection over flashy effects, sets it apart in an era of high-budget sci-fi. Marta believes this authenticity is why platforms like Netflix continue to stream it, drawing in viewers born decades after its 1968 end. Could a show so rooted in the 1960s still hold secrets to inspire the future? As Marta reflects, the cultural weight of Lost in Space becomes clear. Judy Robinson, though often a supporting figure, brought a quiet strength that challenged the era's stereotypes. Even small roles can shift perspectives, says television historian Susan J. Douglas. Marta's portrayal added depth to Judy, making her a subtle pioneer for women in sci-fi. This legacy lives on in fan communities online, where discussions on platforms like Reddit highlight Judy's understated courage. Marta's own resilience, surviving loss and rebuilding in 2025, parallels the Robinson family's spirit, making her story a living testament to the show's themes. As she prepares to share more at upcoming conventions, what new chapters will she write in this enduring saga? Beyond its nostalgic pull, Lost in Space carved a unique place in television history. Judy Robinson, though often sidelined, was a figure of quiet dignity, challenging the era's domestic stereotypes. Even subtle roles played with care can shift perceptions, notes television historian Susan J. Douglas. Marta's portrayal brought grace and sincerity, offering a glimpse of women as integral to a pioneering family, not just background figures. This subtle defiance helped pave the way for more complex female characters in science fiction. Marta's own journey, overcoming a childhood marked by loss to become a beloved icon, mirrors this resilience, making her story a testament to the power of small roles to affect change. But what does her life today reveal about her enduring legacy? At 80, Marta remains a vibrant presence, engaging fans through cameo videos and conventions. Her net worth, estimated at $1 to $2 million in 2024, reflects a career built on authenticity rather than extravagance. While she's not known for flashy purchases like luxury cars or private jets, Marta's investments in real estate and her involvement in projects like the 2021 book showcase her savvy. Her charity work and mentorship of young actors highlight a life rich in purpose, not just wealth. The lesson: success in Hollywood comes from staying true to oneself and nurturing connections that outlast fame. Reflecting on her journey, Marta sees Lost in Space as more than a role. It was a chapter that taught her about endurance and humility. "Even a quiet character can leave a mark," she said, her voice warm with gratitude. The fans who approach her, sharing how Judy inspired their dreams, are her greatest reward. From the shadows of war to the spotlight of sci-fi, Marta Kristen's story is one of connection, proving that even in the vastness of space, the human heart finds a way to shine. Marta Kristen's journey from wartime shadows to sci-fi stardom shows resilience shines brightest in adversity. Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and join us next for more iconic stories. Her legacy proves one truth: even in the vast cosmos, the human heart endures.